5 signs the universe wants to return. Everything you've lost and transform your life. The paradox of lost time. Ever feel like time slipped through your fingers like sand? Years spent chasing things that never happened, doors that closed too, soon dreams that faded along the way. But what if I told you none of it was wasted? What if every moment, every stumble, every challenge you faced was quietly being held by the universe, ready to return to you in a way more powerful than you ever imagined? Sounds too good to be true, right? But it's not. Your life could be on the verge of a major shift, one that changes how you see your past forever. As Carl Jung, one of the greatest thinkers in history, once said, "What you resist persists. What you accept transforms." And as you're reading this, that transformation may already be unfolding. At Healthy Evolution, we use biohacking techniques and high-performance habits to help you optimize your body and mind, giving you the clarity to see the signs of change as they appear. Are you ready to discover how the years you thought were lost might come back to you with a whole new purpose? But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss fresh insights on personal and spiritual growth. Nothing is ever truly lost. How many times have you looked back and felt that ache in your chest over missed opportunities? That job you didn't take because you were afraid? That relationship that ended before you understood what it really meant? All the time spent worrying about things that only drained your energy. It's easy to let your mind convince you these were failures, losses that can never be recovered. But what if that's just an illusion? At Healthy Evolution, we believe nothing is ever truly lost. As Carl Jung taught, the past isn't a weight that holds you back. It's a vault of experiences the universe has been carefully saving, preparing you for the person you're meant to become. Every struggle, every mistake, every closed door was actually an essential part of your path. That relationship that left a mark, it taught you how to honor your worth and seek connections that lift you higher. That job that felt like a waste of time, it gave you skills you'll one day use to build something amazing. Even the detours and wrong turns were guiding you exactly where you needed to go. Through biohacking tools like mindfulness and focus optimization, you can retrain your mind to see the past as an ally, not an enemy. The universe doesn't waste anything. Everything you've lived is stored away, waiting to return to you transformed, with meaning that only makes sense once you're ready for it. The real question is, are you ready to embrace this new way of seeing your life? Signs from the universe. Your transformation has already begun. Have you ever stopped to notice how the universe seems to send signals right before something big is about to happen? Maybe you randomly thought of someone you hadn't seen in years, and out of the blue they text you. Or maybe you stumbled across an opportunity that felt tailor-made for you, just when you needed it most. These moments aren't just coincidences. They're clues that the past is shifting into something new, ready to return with deeper meaning. Carl Jung called this synchronicity, those seemingly random events that are actually connected by a greater purpose. In the rush of everyday life, with all the stress and distractions, it's easy to miss these signs. But with simple biohacking practices, like meditation to sharpen your intuition or journaling to clear your mind, you start to recognize the patterns. The universe doesn't play dice, it moves with intention. And when you're ready, the seeds you planted, sometimes without even realizing, begin to bloom. That project you gave up on, it might return as a fresh, inspired idea. That connection you thought was gone, it could come back with an offer that changes everything. What once felt like a loss may actually be coming back to you transformed. This time, as an opportunity you never expected. The key is to stay open to receiving. So have you noticed any signs like these in your life? Could it be that the universe is trying to tell you that all that lost time is finally about to make sense? Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss fresh insights on personal and spiritual growth. 5 keys to reclaim what you've lost. The universe has a unique way of working, almost like it's constantly aligning the pieces of a much bigger puzzle. Nothing happens by chance. Everything you've lived through, your wins, your stumbles, your heartaches, is part of a greater plan unfolding just beneath the surface. And to understand how the past can return in a transformed, meaningful way, there are 5 powerful dynamics at play. Before we dive into them, here's a quick tip. High-performance practices like guided visualization or setting clear daily intentions can help you tap into these dynamics and recognize how they're already influencing your life. If this message is speaking to you, why not share it with someone who needs to hear it too? And if you feel inspired to support our work, feel free to leave a super thanks below this video. Every gesture makes a difference. Now, let's explore how the universe might be bringing back what you thought was gone, just in a way you never expected. Turning wounds into strength. Every pain you've felt, every disappointment you've endured, and every obstacle you've faced has left behind a hidden gift, resilience, clarity, and a kind of wisdom that only comes from experience. That moment that broke you, it was shaping you. That loss that still weighs on your heart, it taught you something that makes you stronger today, even if you can't quite see it yet. To turn those wounds into strength, here are 2 powerful biohacking practices: conscious breathing and intentional reflection. Conscious breathing is simple but deeply transformative. It calms your mind and releases emotional tension stored in your body. Try this. Take 5 minutes a day, sit quietly, close your eyes, and breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold it for 4, and exhale through your mouth for 6 seconds. This 4-4-6 rhythm helps regulate your nervous system, easing anxiety and helping you process difficult emotions. Over time, it creates the mental space to look back on your past with less pain and more clarity. Intentional reflection, on the other hand, is like a map that helps you find meaning in what you've lived through. At the end of the day, grab a notebook and write about a difficult moment from your past that still lingers. Ask yourself, what did this teach me? How did it make me stronger? This 10-minute habit starts to rewire your mind to see challenges not as setbacks, but as springboards. And when you begin to integrate those lessons, what once felt like an ending becomes the foundation for your next beginning. So, why not start today? What scar from your past could become your greatest source of strength? The return of forgotten connections. Have you ever suddenly thought about someone from your past, a friend, a colleague, maybe even an old idea, and out of nowhere, they show up again in your life? That's not random. People, projects, and dreams that seem long gone often aren't lost, they're just waiting for the right moment to return with a renewed purpose. The universe has a way of circling things back when they still have something to offer your journey. To welcome these kinds of reconnections, try a powerful biohacking tool, creative visualization. Spend 5 to 10 minutes in the morning in a quiet space. Close your eyes and picture a scene where you reconnect with someone or something meaningful from your past. Maybe it's a friend you lost touch with or a project you abandoned. Visualize every detail, how you feel, what you say, how this reconnection positively impacts your life. Backed by neuroscience, this practice helps your mind align with possibilities that already exist on your path, increasing the chances of drawing them back into your life. Pair this with a high-performance habit: intentional networking. Once a week, reach out to someone from your past or revisit an old idea. A simple message or action is all it takes to keep you open to life's natural flow. These returns don't happen by magic. It's your energy that shifts. A long-lost friend might show up with an unexpected offer. An old idea might spark a breakthrough. Or a missed opportunity might come back in a way that perfectly fits who you've become. Life moves in cycles, and what's meant to return will always find a way. So, what connection from your past would you love to see come back? Unexpected opportunities. The past returns. Sometimes, out of nowhere, a door opens. A skill you once overlooked suddenly becomes the key to a new project, or a seemingly useless experience turns out to be exactly what you needed to make a leap forward. These moments aren't as new as they seem. They're the result of everything you've lived, finally aligning at the right time, as if the universe had been preparing the ground while you weren't looking. To spot these kinds of opportunities, Try this simple yet powerful biohacking technique: habit tracking. Use a notebook or a basic app to track the small things you do each day for 1 week. What you read, conversations you have, what you learn. Then ask yourself, which of these actions might be connected to something bigger? Maybe a skill from a job you disliked is the missing piece in your dream project. Pair that with intentional curiosity, another high-performance habit. Once a week, explore something outside your usual world. Listen to a podcast, read a new book, or have a conversation with someone you don't usually talk to. This 15-minute habit trains your brain to recognize opportunities hiding in plain sight. What feels new is often the past showing up in a new form, shaped by time and your own evolution. A forgotten talent can become the foundation of something extraordinary. An experience that once felt like a dead end might turn into an unexpected path forward. The key is staying open and ready. So, what skill or moment from your past might be circling back to surprise you? When timing aligns with destiny. Ever notice how something that once seemed impossible suddenly becomes effortless? Challenges that felt like mountains just dissolve, and things start flowing like the universe is finally on your side. That's not luck. That's timing aligning with your purpose. When your mind and energy are in sync with what you're meant to be doing, the right opportunities show up, almost without effort. A great biohacking technique to help you get into that flow is energy alignment. Take 10 minutes in the morning, sit in a quiet space, close your eyes, and visualize your ideal day. Not just what you want to do, but how you want to feel as you do it. Picture yourself facing challenges with calm confidence. Then, write a short intention for your day, like, "Today, I choose to move with clarity and purpose." This practice, grounded in positive psychology, helps align your inner state with your goals, creating the kind of mindset that draws in the right conditions. Pair it with micro-action prioritization. Choose one small step each day that moves you closer to your purpose, like learning something new or tackling a key task. Before long, these small actions build momentum, and the universe responds. When you're aligned, what once felt out of reach starts falling into place. Closed doors open. Time becomes your ally, not your enemy. So ask yourself, what small step can I take today to align with what truly matters to me? The power of now, transforming your past. Enough looking back with regret or longing. You're stepping into a season where the past finally starts to make sense, like puzzle pieces clicking into place. Everything you've lived, the lessons, the struggles, the dreams you thought were too far out of reach, was never lost. It's all showing up now, in the present, because you finally have the wisdom to turn those experiences into something meaningful. To make the most of this moment, try a biohacking practice called anchoring in the present. At the end of your day, spend just 5 minutes on focused gratitude. Write down 3 things that happened today that connect you to a past lesson or victory, a conversation, an insight, even a small win. For example, today, I used a skill I learned during a tough time. Or, I realized how strong I've become because of what I went through. This mindfulness-based habit helps train your brain to see the value of the present and how it reflects what you've already built. Combine that with a high-performance habit, intentional celebration. Whenever you achieve something, even something small, take a moment to acknowledge it. Pause. Smile. Celebrate your growth. It reinforces your confidence and makes space for more breakthroughs. The present is where your past comes alive in a whole new way. Everything you've been through, everything you've hoped for, is showing up in a form that makes sense for who you are now. The universe never wastes anything. It just waits until you're ready. So, what can you celebrate today that connects you to the power of your past? The universe never forgets. Everything is coming back to you. Nothing you've been through was ever wasted. The universe holds on to every experience, every lesson, and sends them back to you, transformed into something greater, at exactly the right time. To tune into this process, try a simple integration meditation. Set aside just 10 minutes. Sit in silence. Breathe deeply. Visualize your past experiences coming together to shape a fuller, more meaningful future. Close your eyes. Inhale for 4 seconds. Exhale for 6. With each breath, imagine your hardest moments turning into strength. See every loss returning as a new opportunity. Pair this with a powerful habit. Set a clear weekly intention. Write down something like, "I will welcome the opportunities the universe brings me." This small act of energetic biohacking aligns your frequency with the rhythm of the universe, making space for everything that's on its way back to you. The time you thought was lost wasn't wasted, it was just waiting for the right moment to bloom. So pause and ask yourself, what if the years you thought were gone are actually coming back in a new, surprising way? Are you ready to say yes to what the universe has been preparing for you? If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. As Carl Jung once said, "Nothing is lost, everything transforms." And just when you least expect it, the past returns to offer you an even greater future. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss fresh insights on personal and spiritual growth.